Theater of Pain.
Okay. Hello, everybody. This is Lee and Charles doing a feisty. This is the Lee Charles feisty review.
Feisty review. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, Ben, Lee.
I'm doing okay. I'm not drinking enough, which means that I still have more in my bottle, but I've been trying to drink it all.
Well,
But I'm feeling good because I still have more to drink.
Wow, that's always a plus, and we got time to work on that.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
how
what
are
you
diving
in? I mean, I'm doing good enough.
That's good.
So, what are we diving in here today?
We're doing a Motley Crue album.
Wow, golly gee, Motley Crue.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Which one?
Oh.
Which one?
A good one. A Theater of Pain.
Theater of Pain.
Yeah. A good one.
No, well, we'll see.
Well, no, it's a good one.
Once again, we'll see.
Well, no, I already see. It's a good one.
Well, first of all, let me preface before we keep doing this, and we turn this into what was that the fat guy and the skinny guy back in the day?
Yeah. Okay, keep talking.
Before we turn this into the Abbott Costello routine, let me preface this by saying, hey, go check out our Orson Welles review, or whoever that guy was. Who was that, Lee?
Elephant?
No, it wasn't no guy named Elephant. It was a guy named Orson something. It was like 3-4 reviews ago. Don't make me find it. I guess I'm gonna have to find it.
What was it? What was it? Was he fat?
Les Crane.
Les Crane. Okay.
Check out Orson Welles. I don't know. Check out our Les Crane review. So we already said we had a mini Motley Crue review on there. So we're not gonna get in. You wanna know what we really think completely about Motley Crue? Go watch Les Crane. You'll find out. It'll give away too much of what this review is going to be like. First of all,
okay. Well, as far as what you're concerned, as far as I'm concerned, I wrote notes.
Secondly, I think it would make more sense to the listeners, viewers of you, watching, and listening, and hearing. How do we find Motley Crue? We didn't really say that on that mini review, and it's pretty simple with me, Lee. This album came out in 1980. This album came out in 1984.
Yeah.
Where I grew
were
up,
1?
No, I was 10.
Okay.
So where I grew up, no, I was actually 9. I was going on 10.
Okay. Actually, you were 8, but go on.
Where I grew up, they didn't play Motley Crue like Shout at the Devil back on the radio ever. Maybe they did where you live, or New York City or something. I don't know. But not where I live. However, I got MTV in 84. And Smoking in the Boys' Room, the video, just happened to come out around that not right at that time, but roughly. So that I kind of found them like probably most of America, if you're gonna be honest, with that video. But obviously, if you lived in SoCal, probably where you were at, this and that, you probably heard more of them than we would have in Middle America as a 9-year-old kid. So this album is the first Motley Crue album I was aware of. This Motley Crue album I actually got for Christmas as a cassette. It was a stocking stuffer, believe it or not. And that's about the only thing I can get into with it. That's how I found them. They kind of actually blew up with this album, I would say. This is the one, as far as the mainstream success, and for a very short time period, Motley Crue was maybe the number one or two biggest bands in America. 87 to 89, like that time frame.
Okay.
And then they just fell apart.
All right.
So
When you got that stocking stuffer, did you cry and say, I wanted juicy fruit gum instead?
no, because
Okay.
now how I actually heard the name Motley Crue, interestingly enough, was at a festival, and it would have been before, like, the October of that Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
And they had some Motley Crue t-shirts. And I never heard of Motley Crue. Never heard anybody talk about Motley Crue. And we had an older kid in my neighborhood, and I said, hey, man. And back in those days, it would have been about singing, really, because that's all I would have known. It's like, does Motley Crue sound good? And the guy was like, yeah, it sounds pretty good. That's about all I knew about them. And then Smoking in the Boys Room came out. And then I'll let the world judge whether they sound good or not.
Okay. For me, I'd heard of them because there were articles in Hit Parader and stuff about them, and I had not heard their music, and finally I heard Livewire. I had a hair stylist named Amazing Steve Watkins, and he was a musician, and when his band, or the people who were at the hairstylist place, did their yearly event, because I got my hair cut there a lot, the musicians who were also hairstylists did jam sessions, and so I recorded them, and I'm sorry I don't have them anymore. They were on very, very old tape player and tape, but it would have been nice just for nostalgia to have it. But he mentioned the song High Wire, and that he saw them live, and he said the sound was really, really distorted, and no matter where he went, from one side of the stage to the other, he could never get a very clear sound. That it was just the PA system was like whack or something. But he said he liked that song, Livewire, and that was the only good song they had. And then I listened to it on MTV, and then later I just decided I was going to buy all their albums. And the albums that they had were Too Fast for Love and Shout the Devil and Theater of Pain. And I don't know if I heard Smoking in the Boys Room yet. I might have, but I just decided, since I had bought all of Rat's albums, I might as well also buy all of Motley Crue's, because they only had 3 albums at that time. So I was a completist, kind of. And then
look at me go.
And then so I listened to them, and so that's how I got Theater of Pain.
Well, I know I'm gonna I guess I'd be taking it back a little bit. I will give away one thing from the Les Crane Theater of Pain, Motley Crue mini thing we did. I called, and we will see if they retain said crown. I called Motley Crue the kings of hair metal.
Yeah. This is
on that
where I
little
drink
thing.
more as we continue the review.
You may need to drink more.
I never need to. I always want to. But
This is serious business.
Well,
will Motley Crue retain the crown of greatest hair metal band of all time?
I'm just hoping that the album comes through unscathed.
Based off of this review.
Based off of this review, I'm not expecting much from you.
Well, based off this review,
I will have to try and butter it up for you.
I'm knowing what the vote will be on one side already. Yeah, I already know. But on the other, we're not sure. We don't know. I did have this for Christmas.
Did you?
That's right.
Listen to it again?
I don't want to give that away.
Well, at least you remember the songs, for better or worse, right?
We'll get into that when we do
Okay, what the fuck ever. I'm going to get another drink. And
At this stage of the band is the classic. And I put exclamation marks around classic. The classic lineup.
Classic,
if you will.
The classic.
Right, of said Thomas Lee on drums.
Whatever.
Mickey Shalaki Mars on guitar. Vincent R. Neal singing. And of course, everybody's favorite, yours and mine, Frank Ferrara, aka Nikki Sixx, on bass. That's your classic lineup, folks. Motley Crue. This is them in their prime, or near prime.
Yeah.
That's what we're diving into.
Okay, do you want to go first or me?
I would love to hear you go first.
Okay. First song. City Boy Blues. Okay. It isn't the best song on the album, because even though it's a little bit overplayed for me in basic, there still is some life in it. And I much prefer it over the last couple of albums Motley Crue did. I still enjoy it. What do you think?
What the hell is this, Lee? Motley Purple? Deep Crue? Fuck is this shit? Organ on a Motley Crue song? I mean, it is interesting. They put Organ on there. And sadly, it's about the only memorable thing here. This song is damn near an advert of the Motley Crue gimmick box. Terrible bass playing, tons of corny cowbell, and Vince is pushing his 1-point octave vocal range here. Additionally, not a good album opener. Even Mick Mars' guitar solo is generic. This would be the best Poison song ever, though. Get that.
That I agree with.
It would be.
But only
there you
that.
Go.
Now, okay, what do you think of Smoking in the Boys' Room?
The very first song I'm aware of with Motley Crue. Woo! Ever. And what can I say? Oh, Lord, this fucking turd. I mean, but I don't like the original song either. I don't. I don't. Sorry. So it doesn't help. When you don't like the song to begin with, then you got a crappy cover like this. It's even worse. I think fake Nikki Sixx bass on this is slightly better because it was fake Nikki in the video. And as mentioned, this is, I told you, this is the first one I'm aware of. And even back then, man, I wasn't floored then either. It didn't really do that much for me. The only cool thing is Mick Mars' non-slide guitar part on the solos. It's an uninspiring cover of a crappy song to begin with.
All right, well, did you hear the song back in 1973? No, because you were minus 10 years old.
Yeah.
I loved it back then.
I
So,
bet.
yeah, and I'm not going to say what I think about it now, but back then I loved it, and it's good if you hadn't heard the original back in 1973. That version was great during that time. This is for people who want a taste of that time, even though they weren't around in it. So this is a decent approximation of the vibe. I won't say it's my favorite song on here, but I will say I don't dislike it, and they do a respectful cover of it. Okay.
Yeah.
Now for Louder Than Hell. Okay. For a filler tune, it's one of the better songs on the album. I like the song's structure and the way Vince sings it, and I dig it quite a bit. It could have opened the album, in my opinion. What do you think?
Well, I would begrudgingly agree there. It probably should have been the opener, but I take it Nicky was writing his Shout It Out Loud here. And you know what? I, for some reason, remember this one. Remember you asked me how much I listened to it or whatever?
Yeah.
I think I listened to like 3 songs. Because I was 9. And if an album sucked to me, I lost interest in it really quickly. And I lost interest in this album very quickly. With the exception of one song that we're getting to here pretty quickly.
Oh, shit.
And I didn't like this song then, and I don't like it now. More cheesy keyboards. You know what? I'm just going to say it. I mean, Motley Crue, you are in dangerous trouble because right now, I got Poison knocking you off the fucking top of the crown for the hair metal kings.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I tell you
Oh,
what.
no.
Yeah.
Whoa, not me.
I'll tell you why. I mean, actually, if you listen to this, Poison's better than this. Man.
No!
I mean, Motley Crue even tried ripping themselves off with the drum opening here. It sounded like Too Fast for Love. And then, this song is so bad that I challenge any hardcore Motley fan, play this bullshit for a non-fan. Somebody that never heard Motley before ever to attempt to turn them on to Crue, I bet you won't. Man, this song fucking blows.
No!
Yes.
I said it's one of the better songs on the album, and it's a filler tune.
It's filler shit.
Well,
it's horrible.
Well, at least we agree on the word filler. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's poop.
Oh, God. No.
All
right. What do you think of Keep Your Eye on the Money?
Maybe I'm just an old grouchy fucker. But when I was listening to this, I was like, at this stage of my life, I just think, why am I listening to this? Like, I can't believe our generation, Lee, you're not that much older than me.
Oh, okay.
But anybody else around me.
I hear you.
We would argue with our elders about music. Like, seriously. Like, and defend this crap. Like, seriously. I can't believe this. And honestly, I can see why they went with Bob Rock down the road. As the production on this was muddy as hell.
Huh?
But to me, at least the version I heard.
Oh.
But thus far, this is passable as filler.
Okay.
I'm still having a hard time believing Poison is worse than the Motley Crue here. But we're approaching danger bad here. So
no.
I don't know. But I didn't like the production. Song was weak, but
What?
it was better. It was better than the other weak shit.
Oh boy.
There you go.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on a good tune, Nikki Six.
Yeah. Well, this is perhaps one of the best songs on the album. I like it quite a bit, and even though it doesn't really do a jamming section, I could see it done exactly like this by Kiss. Kiss might louse it up, but still it would be fun to see them try it. So there. And if that doesn't sound confusing, I don't know what does. But, okay. Yes. Now for Home Sweet Home. Okay.
Yes.
I have categorically stated my opinions on this song, but truthfully, and I don't like to mention it, it's not terrible. I absolutely don't like the opening piano riff played by Tommy Lee. He sounds like he wants to out-embarrass Rod McEwen or make Marvin Hamlish get steam under his collar. For that alone, the song gets more disrespect. But the band can save it by Mick Mars's guitar playing. The some, not all, but some of the heavier section and the guitar solo is great. Shut up! The structure of the song is one I generally dislike, but when they transform it to get better, it shows that Nikki Sixx, and not Tommy Lee, is the better songwriter. So, I'll give it a half pass. It's not truly horrid, but I do believe it's for the yuppie fans more than for me. I'm sorry to say shut up, you can talk all you want.
Wow, preach.
Okay, there you go. What do you think?
Can I get an amen, congregation? Amen.
I actually would like you to do that for an hour more than hearing this song. But go on, what do you think?
Home Sweet Home. And then, oh, finally, here comes this pearl. Yep, I said it, Lee. Matter of fact, it's my favorite Motley Crue song.
Oh, that makes me very sad.
Greatest power ballad ever.
I am very sad about that.
But I will say, I mean, perhaps I should hate it. I really should.
Well, just like I should have hated another song, and I didn't.
I'll tell you why I should have hated it. Well, I'll tell you why I should have hated it. Because, you know, yeah, like you pointed out, the piano in the beginning. It's like fake piano, too. It's not even real piano. It's like a Casio set to piano.
But I'm talking about the actual song, not the.
No, the Tommy Lee piano shit.
Yes, but I don't like what he is playing.
I don't like what he's playing or how it sounds.
Okay.
I don't care for that, but it is funny. But then again, this video for this fucking song, Lee, it broke the record on Dial MTV. Do you remember Dial MTV?
Yes, and is that why you like it?
73 weeks or some bullshit.
I remember that. Is that why you like it?
Why wouldn't you like it? It was on TV every day at fucking 6 o'clock at night. Every day.
That would be why I would not like it.
And the video was badass.
No, that is why I don't like it, too.
And Vince Neil dance on. Who don't want look at a guy dancing around with a pair of white assless chaps and some chicks leopard bikinis? Who the hell don't want to do that? I know Lee wants to.
Take away the guy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's Vince Neil. But
yeah, he's almost pretty.
Look. Just like you said. Basically, to me, I mean, they changed rules with the Dial MTV thing. They did. That's how fucking big this song blew up via MTV, at least. And it was everywhere, man. This song was fucking everywhere. Nikki Sixx actually sounds like a bass player on the track. That's why I think maybe fake Nikki is back. I don't know. And as you pointed out, Mick Mars' guitar solo is fucking phenomenal.
Yes.
It's got to be one of his best guitar solos he's ever laid down.
Yeah.
And Vince Neil, at this point, I ain't really nailed it yet, but I'll just say it. I think he's one of the luckiest people on planet Earth because I don't think he's a good singer at all. I think he has a terrible voice, but it works on this track. And I even liked the Decade of Decadence 1991 remix of this song. So this is as close as Motley Crue will ever get to greatness.
Oh, boy.
And I love this song, but like I said, perhaps I shouldn't. All right.
Well, at least we're going to go into other songs, and that's going to make me forget what you just said. Okay. Tonight We Need a Lover. What do you think of that one? And I know that you don't like it.
There's something about the rawness of the production here that makes this tolerable.
Okay.
I could have heard this on the earlier albums. They're just little things like you hear the squeak of Mick's scrape of the strings in his fingers and stuff. That's like really cool.
Oh.
In the production.
Like Italian guys in pasta. Go on.
Yeah. And I mean, it does have an organ solo, which I think's kind of weird.
I don't ever hear the organ that you talk about, but go on.
It's there. Mick's solo is decent. In the end, for me, a passable metal Crue. That's what I'll call it, a metal Crue song.
Yeah.
So let's keep it up, Crue. Let's keep it up. Honestly, okay. I mean, the song isn't phenomenal, but it's good enough. I mean, it passes.
Okay.
It's okay. It's okay.
I put, this would be my second favorite song on the album. I like the riff and the way they play. And it's a great song. I dig it quite a bit. Now for Use It or Lose It. Okay. This is a tie with either the first or second best song on the album. I like the energy in which they're playing, and it's a cool song that I like quite a bit. What do you think?
Well, about 3/4 of this is good. I love that double bass drum sound. The riff is sick, as them young kids say, but the verse structure sucks.
Oh.
And I'm not sure. But I think they were trying to make a statement. Like I heard JFK in there somehow. No thanks, Crue. No need any statements from you.
All right. What do you think of Save Our Souls?
Oh hell, man. He's that damn slide guitar. Mick Mars is to slide guitars what Kirk Hammett is to LaWah. And, you know, and it is crazy because the riff is actually pretty tough here. But Vince's singing is anything but tough. And that corny slide guitar just drives it home. I would say actually it's kind of funny. They're trying to do like a Dio era Sabbath song here. And kind of like Children of the Sea. It kind of sounds like that a little bit. And no Crue, bad Crue. Don't do that. Don't ever do that again. And it's like they also mix a little CCR with that corny slide. Bad song. Don't do that again, please.
All right. I like this song, and I think it's up there with some of the best songs on this album. It might be my fourth favorite on here, but it's up there with one of the better songs. Okay.
No.
Yes. And now for Raise Your Hands to Rock. Okay, it's a decent song. I think the acoustic guitar could have been switched to electric. I think the acoustic guitar is pretentious here. But overall, it's not a bad song. Not one of the better songs, but a good song. What do you think?
Wow. I see Nikki heard a Who song or two. And bonus point, which Who song? Send your responses to Lee. All right. Anyway,
yeah, I don't know.
Well, you could also mix in, I guess, a little Bad Company. Like a little ode to Bad Company, too.
That I see a little bit.
Man, I thought it could get any worse. I think they got the studio janitor to sing backing vocals. That was one of the most pathetic attempts at gang vocals I've ever heard. This sucks beyond description. All right, next song.
All right. What do you think of Fight for Your Rights?
Funnily enough, I had misread it, and I wrote down "Fight Your Rights," and
Don't
then I was
matter.
like, "This makes
It's all
no
good.
sense." And then when I was hearing them sing, I was like, "Well, how do you fight your rights?" So, but then I saw it's "Fight for Your Rights."
It's cool. No problem.
But you know what's cool is like it would have made more sense saying "Fight for Your Rights" than it would have said for "Fight for Your Rights." It would have made more sense. Little did Nikki and the boys realize in 2 years or so, from the time this came out, they'd be fighting for the fight for relevance. I mean, because besides sex tapes and drugs and basically anything but music was what they were known for after that. As far as this song, at least Tommy's cowbell has been upgraded. And it's okay for this band, this song, not their best. And I'm now convinced Poison are the kings of hair metal.
All right.
Go ahead, Lee.
All right. I put this, and I'm making a declaration, is the best song on the album. It's fantastic. Maybe it could not have been the very last song, because the last songs are generally the songs that are most overlooked. But I have no problem with it being the last song because it's a great song. Several thumbs up. There you go.
Fight for rights.
In fact, each time I hear the album, I have a different opinion of it, but
it's always better, huh?
I always listen to it. When I listened to it back in the day when I sniffed snuff, it was great. And now, it was great.
Well, okay. Now I feel comfortable saying really the biggest part of what we had talked about earlier, a couple episodes back.
All right.
I already said I think they have two very, 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 very good albums. They don't have a great album. I'm sorry, they don't have a great album. They don't have anything encroaching upon. Pick a great album, whatever you choose. Exile on Main Street, Sgt. Pepper's, Morrison Motel, whatever the fuck, you know, all these classic albums.
Yeah.
They don't have one. But they do have two very, 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 very good albums. This is not one of them. But they have two. So if I said, well, that's my opinion, and your opinion is it's at least three.
Yeah.
So I'm two. So Lee's a bigger fan of Motley Crue than me.
And this is a great album.
And that's okay. No. Great?
Yes.
So you would stack this against the White Album?
Yes. I would rather hear it over that.
The Beatles' White Album?
Yes.
Led Zeppelin, Physical Graffiti? No way.
Yes.
Sticky Fingers?
Yes.
Oh, it's getting rougher now. Jody Grind?
No.
You'd rather hear Jody Grind. See? I don't blame you. I would pick Jody Grind over this too.
But there you go.
Yeah, see? I'd pick Jody Grind over Theater of Pain. And I will also say, I said before, I need like a steak dinner and free limo service to go see Motley Crue. I wouldn't. I'd go see them for free if I was able to see them with like cool people and hang out. But
I would technically go in the show with some cool people and talk with them and eat a good steak dinner and drink some wine.
Yeah, as long as
and
I don't
not
have to
listen
pay.
to the music much and then leave before the whole crowd left.
Exactly. As long as it's free, I would go see Motley Crue again. But if I got to pay, no. Not $1. And they
No.
are technically probably the best lineup musically they've ever had right now.
I'm not necessarily going to agree with you.
I don't know. John Five is a phenomenal guitar player.
Yeah, but I yeah, whatever. But I don't
And that's
think.
the thing. Mick Mars I think is
But I don't think that
underrated
the rest
slash
of the
overrated
group
at the
is
same time.
going to be that good with him.
No, because it's Motley Crue. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's the point.
Yeah.
And a full disclaimer, I was also a
You're
huge
gonna
Guns N'
try
Roses
and make
fan.
me decide against this album, which you're almost doing.
I was a huge Guns N' Roses fan. And I've forgotten now, but back then, we didn't like Motley Crue fucking people. You crazy? Vince Neil and Axl Rose, man, fuck couldn't stand each other. And I'm sorry, Appetite for Destruction is a great classic album, and Motley Crue has none.
I would
of
prefer
those.
to hear Too Fast for Love over Appetite of Destruction any day.
Well, not myself. And so to be
That's
fair,
because you are
kind of
you are like a whole lot of other people.
At least I'm being honest. It's
Yeah,
not
but
yucking
so
me.
are they. But that's because you're
Hey, well, we know
way
what happened.
younger than me.
We know what happened. Doesn't matter. I'm way younger than you. This was the prime of my life when all this stuff was out. We all know what happened. Motley Crue they blew up with this one here because of Smoking in the Boys' Room. Not even Home Sweet Home. And then the Vince Neil wreck, which it might have been before this came out.
Yeah.
Where he killed the guy from North Rocks. I don't know. It added a lot of mystique to them. And then Girls came out. They were all over MTV. They were playing their shit on the radio at that point. And then Dr. Feelgood came out. It's over. They were like a huge mega band.
Yeah.
Until Guns N' Roses.
I heard
Metallica.
that during the time that he did that car, that there was a puddle, and that he was desperately trying to put on the brakes to stop the car, but the puddle made the car continue to go on. So I do believe that he tried to stop it from happening.
Tragic event.
Yeah.
Absolutely. It's funny you mentioned that about the guy that only liked Livewire.
Yeah.
Because I probably mentioned it on another show before, but I don't think on here. We talked about it offline. But when I seen them, they were so loud and distorted that maybe that was a hallmark of them live. Because when I seen them, it was distorted and loud and like, good God. And I still will say it was the loudest concert I ever been to.
Was it too loud to enjoy?
Yes, actually it was.
Okay, well that's sort of what the guy said.
The whole day was, though.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't just Motley Crue, but it was Dangerous Toys and some band that I don't remember was with them.
Yeah.
And they were all loud. But Motley Crue was fucking beyond loud. And it wasn't enjoyable. And I was outside, open air. And it was loud. And I saw him with Karabi, but it doesn't matter. I mean, I did get to see him at least once. And I wouldn't, and unfortunately, no, I wouldn't really spend much of my money to see him now.
I would.
But if somebody else wants to send me some loot to go see him, I'll go. Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I'd go see Poison before these guys.
I would never see them.
Oh, bullshit. You would too.
No.
If I sent you the ticket, you go. Especially, I'd even get you VIP. I'd get you VIP to meet Bobby Dahl, and you can give him your sheet music.
You know what?
You'd go.
If that, you know what? If I had,
I'll even throw in the extra $10 on the VIP. You get to go on stage and play keyboards on the encore, which is Talk Dirty to me.
oh boy, that's the wrong thing to say. But otherwise, I
won't pay that. I'll give that to
I
you.
would I would
You can get the vodka sour at the venue on me.
okay, I
There
would
you
go
go.
for that.
You don't want to play Talk Dirty to me?
I'd rather drink the vodka sour.
Okay, well you gotta stay through the whole show though.
Oh
You
boy.
can't leave.
Yeah, shit.
And you gotta video record you singing along to Every Rose Has Its Thorn.
All right, I ain't going at all.
Alright, I know.
All right.
Well, I feel the same way about Motley Crue. So. But I don't want to. I want to leave it on a positive, believe it or not. Like I'd mentioned earlier, Motley Crue is equally known because of their lifestyles, drug taking, drinking, partying, beating up women, all kinds of crazy shit. They wrote about it themselves in their book. They probably are more known for that, if we're going to be honest. And no matter what, I say 2, Lee says 3. They have way more than 3 records. Okay? So, and most of them are shit.
Yeah.
But this one, I'll tell you what, this is on the upper heap of the shit.
Oh no, it isn't. It's on the lower.
It's like the tippy top of the turd.
No, it isn't.
For me.
Yeah, but no, it isn't.
It's
because your opinion don't matter.
Feelgood. It's not as good as Dr. Feelgood.
Oh, come on!
It's like right below it.
No, it's higher.
It's better than Generation Swine.
Okay.
It's better than, what was that last stupid one? Saints of Los Angeles.
Yeah, it's
better than that.
All right, that's fine.
There you go. But it ain't better than 94, and it ain't better to Shout. So.
Okay, I agree there.
All right. So, and I do.
But it's
I
close.
do like Motley Crue. I like Motley Crue. I don't dislike them.
And I like this album.
And Home Sweet Home is the best song ever.
No, it isn't. But anyway,
and then second best is Primal Scream. Okay.
Well, what the fuck ever. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Don't thank me. But anyway, take care, everybody. Bye.